Hey everybody, I thought I would give you guys a little recap. I just got back from the Performance Racing Industry Trade Show that was last week in Indianapolis. And while I was in Indy last week, I actually published a video on this page and in this group about, stop sending sponsorship proposals that suck. So it was an incredibly popular video. And as I walked around the show, because it was a video I put out before the show ever started, I actually got stopped by a ton of manufacturers who saw the video and they were like, Kate, they were like, I can't like it, I can't comment on it, and I can't share it, but damn, you nailed it. And it was, all I was doing was really getting out some of the frustrations that some of the manufacturers feel about seeing sponsorship proposals that don't really address the needs of what's going on there. So I want to, if you haven't seen that video, definitely check that out. So I'm on Facebook right now, on Facebook Live as I record this, but if you're on YouTube, I'll try to put in a link to that other video as well later on when I put this up on the channel. But the other thing I really want to address is a lot of times there's a little bit kind of confusion about what's more important, whether it's winning races or whether it's, promoting. What's more important. And the big thing, this was a good conversation that we had with several manufacturers, and some of them, it just depends. I mean, if you have a performance manufacturer that they're saying, hey, if you use our part, that you'll win races, yeah, it's probably important that their sponsored drivers are drivers that win races. But for other manufacturers, in fact, it's funny because I was doing a little feature on hooker harnesses. So in case you're wondering why I have a Hookers Save Lives, hooker harnesses, they make seatbelts. So they're in the safety area of racing. So to them, does it matter that you win a race? I mean, are people going to buy seatbelts because they're following the racer who wins races? It's far less important to them. What's important is that is in your promotion. And that's really the resounding answer that I got from manufacturer after manufacturer, is about what they're really looking for is marketing. And in fact, a racer that buys a lot from me, from Crate Insider, he had just signed several sponsor deals, and he said every single manufacturer asked him, hey, are you going to do more with promotion this year? And his answer was, well, yeah, of course, but he's going to be joining my program. And that's really what I want to throw out there for you guys too, is I do have a whole program teaching you guys about marketing. Of course, you all want sponsors, but that comes with being a really good marketer. If you can get your name out there and you can be seen as someone who promotes really well, it will absolutely make a difference for you. Something else that happened while I was there, I grabbed some interviews with different manufacturers, and that's something that's in our Smart Racers program. I have a whole section where it's interviews within the racing industry. So I call it sponsor interviews. And really, of course, I do encourage racers to grab, get sponsors from their local communities and not just rely on just the racing industry to provide that. But I just wanted to put out some of those thoughts of, if you're looking for performance, do you have to win races in order to get sponsors? The answer to that is no. If a lot of manufacturers will tell you, well, if you're in these conversations, because I do get to have those conversations with these guys because I am a dealer, I'm a retailer, so we get to have these conversations about this type of stuff. You maybe can't, and so that's why I share that with you. But if they're given a choice, hey, here's a racer that wins a bunch of races and doesn't really promote anybody and just says, well, thanks to all my sponsors for helping me get here, you know who you are. They would rather deal with someone who's going to promote them week after week after week, regardless of the number of races that they win. Again, there is that caveat when it has to do with performance. The other thing is that I know I've run into some race teams here that are like, hey, we were told before we needed to win a lot of races. Well, we won a lot of races. Why don't we have sponsors? I mean, I thought that's what we were doing, what we're supposed to do, win races, and then the sponsorship will come. And really, that has really shifted so much in just these last few years because of, social media, because of video. And if you're going to do video, you'll be on top of the world with everything. It makes such a huge difference. But I just wanted to jump in here with just a few of those thoughts from PRI. If anyone has questions, oh gosh, thank you so much, Josh. Josh says Kate knows boys and girls need to listen to her her. Thank you, Josh. I got to meet him in person at PRI. We got a chance, only about 3 to 5 minutes, but we really got a chance to chat and really appreciate that that your caveats or your confirmation there. I really appreciate that. Wesley says, greetings, infidel. Wesley was absolutely fantastic. So if you guys missed any of the live coverage that we did at PRI with our Where's Wesley segments, Wesley did one heck of a job. Watching Wesley try to change a tire was probably one of the most entertaining things I've seen. But so he's not only entertaining, but he also got out some great value, and really enjoyed your segments, Wesley. So thank you for doing that for Crate Insider. So anyway, those are just a few tips. Ideally in a perfect world, you would win races and be great at promoting, and that's why you're seeing some of these guys that just out of nowhere are winning races because they've got some of the best equipment. They've got the backing of sponsors, but they don't get the backing of sponsors without putting themselves out there and not being afraid. And that's really what it comes down to, is whether you're afraid or you're not sure what to do. If you're afraid, I can give you some confidence and some tips. If you really just aren't sure what to do, please join my program. I'd love to help you guys out. Not begging you, but the racers that are going to be in there are going to be more successful, and it's only like $25 a month. So I'll drop a link in here so you can definitely join in there. It's just winningmotorsportsmarketing.com, but I'll drop a link in so you can check that out. And let's see. Oh, Josh says, what, I missed him changing a tire? Yes, you're gonna have to check that out. It's hilarious. They had the whole challenge thing about, it's not changing the whole tire, it's just about using an impact and like a NASCAR pit stop kind of thing, and using the impact to go and just watching that whole thing was really fun. So it's he just showed the lifestyle and the fun that goes on with PRI. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for being a part of our Winning Motorsports Marketing page, group, YouTube channel, all of those things. And I hope you'll join me inside of the Smart Racers program. I'll see you in another video.